The sixth stage and final stage of the Santos Tour Down Under ended with the Adelaide Street Race, a race of 90 kilometres, and Tom Slechta, the youngster from Holland, defending a narrow lead. The riders signing in on the blue skies.
Everybody expecting a very rapid race, but there was also going to continue to be a massive fight for the overall standings because the podium positions were yet to be decided.
Sky said they had a plan. Geraint Thomas losing his lead yesterday. They were trying now to lift him into at least third place on the podium by the end of this day. The winner on Australia Day, Simon Geraint, and the new leader of the Tour, Tom Slechta.
Getting very used to his new ochre jersey as he moves away and gets himself into the final few preparation moments before the start.
On the menu was 20 laps of a 4 kilometre plus circuit based on the streets of Adelaide outside the famous cricket ground of the Oval, and they got off to a very, very rapid start.
Yes, 45 to 50 kilometres an hour over the first few laps, everybody trying to establish an early morning breakaway. But the main field on this occasion were being very, very attentive and never let anybody get more than 30 seconds advantage.
On the attack from the gun, Franciszek Rabon and Thiago Machado also tried a move, but that came to naught, and then a breakaway did start to move clear.
But there was a tactic for Team Sky. It was to keep the race together as long as possible because they realised that the time bonuses out on the course could move their man, Geraint Thomas, up into third place in the overall standings. The breakaway was joined by Jens Voigt, number 47, at 41 years of age. But everyone that came across felt that they couldn't break the stranglehold of Team Sky. The black and blue jerseys of Team Sky always all over the front end of the main field.
The attraction were the two Jayco sprints along the route. They carried 3 seconds, 2 seconds and 1 second. And Sky had worked out if they could just get Geraint Thomas across the line first, they would lift him up from 5th overall into 3rd overall. So the chase was violent, and when the sprint arrived, Boysenhagen was leading out the team and taking on the right Wilfred Kelderman, narrowly finishing second there to Geraint Thomas. He got the 3 seconds. He was now 1 second off third place overall in this race. George Bennett then pushed it a little bit too much on the corner. The silver medalist in the New Zealand Road Race Championships had to fight to recover.
Yes, Radio Shack were trying to get men into the breakaway to steal away the time bonus seconds to protect the third place overnight finish position of their man Ben Hermans.
The field continued to lap at around about 47.8 kilometres an hour. The second big sprint, a little bit of a surprise here. Boysenhagen had to take the 3 seconds for Sky, but Geraint Thomas got 1 second, and that was enough to put him now in third place overall in the race.
But there was lots more racing to be done. Everybody then trying to sort out the Skoda King of the Mountains. A 3-man breakaway got clear, but they were not in contention for that competition. So that competition would end up being won by Javier Moreno, 2nd overall in the standings.
Bel Kadri leading the charge, and Martin Kohler, champion of Switzerland, and Jordan Kirby, the under-23 Australian Road Race Championship, tried to stay away, but in the confusion that followed in the chase, it was Jonathan Cantwell who was left lying in the road, one of the favourites to win the stage.
Yes, he went down very hard because of the slippery conditions that the dust and heat had made in one of the final corners out on the course. But once the Team Sky had achieved their goal, the main thing that they wanted to do then was see if they could rival the overall lead. But this was going to be handed over to Team Lotto into the finishing straight.
As they raced for the line, Mark Renshaw fancied his chances a long way out, and he danced through the pack and he overtook Greipel. Greipel saw him, reacted quickly, went round Greg Henderson, his teammate, and then delivered the killer blow, getting past Mark Renshaw and getting his 14th historical win of the Santos Tour Down Under and his 3rd win this week. Greipel is the king, but the winner of the Tour, 23 years old, Tom Slechta, the first Dutchman ever to win the race.
Could you believe before you came to Australia you're going to walk away the winner of the Santos Tour Down Under, the first real World Tour event of the season?
No, for sure not. Our goal was with me and Wilco Kelderman to do top 10, and I win and Wilco arrive 6th or 7th. So for us it's impossible. It's the best we can wish.
Well, Andre, I have to say, you make it look so easy. It looked as if Mark Renshaw was going to create the surprise, but you just stayed calm.
He surprised me a little bit. I was also planning to kick, but yeah, he started earlier, so I had a bit more slipstream there. But he did a really good sprint, but yeah, I had some power left.
Very popular man in South Australia, Andre Greipel. It was also his 100th road race win since his professional career began.
I have to say, Phil, that also was the setting up of his season last year, where he went on to win 20 races throughout the season. He really loves coming down here, down under.
Blue skies, the end of a very successful race with almost 800,000 people watching the event over the week it has spent in and around Adelaide. But the man who has won the Tour, 23 years of age, he laid the foundations when he won the stage into Stirling, concreted those on second place yesterday on the Owoolunga Hill, hung on today without any problem. Tom Slechta taking the race and the final ochre jersey. Quite a big prize for him to carry back to Holland, where he's wondering what sort of a reception he'll receive now when he goes back to Holland as the first ever Dutch winner of the Santos Tour Down Under.